the penal extortion versus Alex Salmond will not indentation the chances of a other autonomy plebiscite, on to Nicola Beluga. The ex-at-first secretary many faces 14 extortion, that involve taken rape her and sex attack. He furiously denies the extortion and told he would protect oneself to the limit. It's not on personalities, Ms. Beluga added. It's on which's top for the nation now and in the much longer period. In an interviewing on the Andrew Marr Show, the at-first secretary told the extortion versus Mr. Salmond were a upheaval to everyone and down there's completely no denial how. But she rejected to show if she had speak to Police Force Scotland or to commentary future on penal transactions. Mr. Salmond done no appeal while he emerging at Edinburgh Sheriff trial on Thursday, as is regular at the phase. He was charged of 2 extortion of taken rape her, 9 of sex attack, 2 of obscene attack and 1 violation of the world. Talk external the trial, he told, I disprove completely these concoction of crime and I'll protect myself to the limit in trial. For the interviewing in Andrew Marr, Ms. Beluga as well affirmed how the SNP would behind a bid by Labour MP Yvette Cooper to delay Brexit date. If Ms. Cooper's correction is choose by the orator, MPs will voice on if the main secretary must search a latency to the plan Brexit day of March 29 if no transactions has been adopted by February 26. SNP Westminster lead Ian Blackford is as well anticipated to spreadsheet and correction on Monday, inviting on Mrs. May to mention the Scotch Parliament, Welsh Gathering and House of Commons all elect extraordinarily to deny her transactions. Ms. Beluga told Widening Paper 50 was currently press and immediate. Not very, Ms. Beluga told. I don't believe she has lot of a key herself wherever she's departure, if I can be as rough as how. It looks to me how she's setting all her eggs in one card of hard to persuade the hardliners and the duplicate, the erg to do which they weren't produced to do a few weeks ago and behind her transactions. Down there's an air of irreality. Down there's nearly an air of the main secretary and her by the government creature in full negation on the happy modernize yours web browser. I believe the human beings of Scotland should include the prospect to see once again at autonomy, she told. This content changing in occasion with the recent plebiscite, our experiences above the recent couple and a half year, not fair cladding output of the EU and creature, undertaken out of the solitary marketplace versus our will in injuring economical ensuing consequences but our view creature neglected, I believe do how essential. She was requested if she would urge for else Scotch plebiscite if the UK leftward the EU out of a transactions. She replied, during how period of while the UK is outgoing. So if the UK is outgoing at the end of March, we don't yet aware if how will be the instance, we don't aware if it will be in a transactions or out of a transactions, but during how period affirmative, I believe I've been quite precise how is while I would plan to set out my view on the way striker for Scotland. Jackson Carlaw, the Scotch Prudence Intermediate lead, outlined Ms. Beluga as non-committal in the interviewing. No question which happens during her own side or in another place, she went halt pounding on and on her campaigning for else autonomy plebiscite, he added. His comments came following Main Monastery Church Theresa May set out her opposition to the question in week questions in the building of House of Commons recent 1 week. She told, this recent item we wish is a other autonomy plebiscite. The joint realm should be hauling along, and should not be creature managed separately. Meantime Willie Rennie, the lead of the Scotch Permissive Democrats, forced the SNP by the government to garden the question of autonomy and concentrated on receive its budgeting via the Scotch Parliament. As the SNP does not include a most at Holyrood, it is necessary the supporting of at low one some side if the finance pack is to be adopted. But negotiations among the SNP and the Scotch Greens include stalled above concerns on financing for regional by the government.